spammed lots of various Neela combos over our mini games together. That said, notably a melee champion who usually does better against melee support.
Yeah, it looks like actually bot lane just comping zone he's going to reset because they know it as well. You definitely should be cross-mapping a little bit more for this.
I mean, he's already behind in camps. Enemy Vi has Sundered Sky. I get it if you want to play for yourself.
Yeah, go on. Go on.
All
No,
right,
keep going.
guys.
You got
All
this,
right, guys. Come on. We can do it. Oh, knock up. Knock back. First blood is coming through immediately. There it is, baby. Latest of the split. Oh, he's getting frogged on. It's a dark time, most certainly. Rogue forced to retreat. They lose a kill. They lose a Drake. They lose the mid lane tower.
That was all over the joint from Rogue. Like, no one knew which way they want to try and address things, where they were supposed to be on the map, and
Favor of GX. And as slow as the game is, you know that it's still tense for GX fans, every fan of these respective teams. Larson knocked back, one more dash forward. Charm does connect onto Odo. They flag and drag through. Finn here on the side. Odo gonna get taken out by the Cataclysm. Patrick now backing away. Ignore on the run. Peach on the run as well. Three-man knock up from Finn. Rogue starting to feel signs of hope as Patrick tries to keep him away from the rest of the team. Shut down now.
as the TP comes through and Jackie's separated from them because of the turret, it just turns into its
GiantX looking for the wall angle. Finn trying to forge. He doesn't have any time to do that, or does he? He's calling out the forge. God, now looking to turn it back. Two-man knockup. So at least isolated off to the side. Jackie's trying to lay down a little bit of damage, but they might have already found a primary target. Knockup is there. Apotheosis hitting onto three, with the redemption coming in, offering some extra healing. Comes to living, but Patrick staying alive longer. Finn slowly but surely getting cut down, and Rogue losing the fight. They cannot find an angle in. Round two, round three, I don't know, but the bell is ringing and the Dragon's gonna die. GX coming out on top.
The direction on the fight for Rogue there was so disjointed. Like, you want Comp and Zoe at least to be coming in from the same angle. You want to be able to stick around that bit longer. Finn?
Unstoppable, should be okay. Nice Weaver's Wall to split off multiple members of the team, but a lot of resources now committed onto Finn. Knockback is where coming in from the cast. The orange slowly but surely will fall. Patrick now on a killing spree.
That was not the way that you wanted to try and walk into that. And GiantX pick him off nice and hurt. Larson?
Nice charm, good upfront damage. The entire team waiting though. The Unraveled Earth just creating so much space. Rogue don't have a good angle. Marcoon now backstepping. Comp just gonna die here. Patrick on a rampage. This is a slow.
This was very, very slow from the get-go, but Rogue just have not been on the same page the entire time. And now GiantX, they're gonna turn over towards the big purple worm. You already have the vision control that you need. You can even go for a pick if Rogue try and contest. You can see the three members
put themselves in a position to do it. You still need first vision setup, and GX have maintained their diligence in setting up objectives. They're punishing Rogue for coming in at off angles or poor angles, for stepping into parts of the jungle they're absolutely not allowed to. So, you know, GiantX had sloppy games last week in week one, but this game thus far has been pretty clean overall.
But it's also like, even the lane assignments for Rogue have been weird. Like the fact that Finn was clearing top instead of Larson meant that Finn like kind of had to come in from a weird angle of attack to get into a position there. Whereas if you have Larson, you can actually have this four-man unit as Rogue contest vision, contest in towards the jungle, because Finn just tanks up into the CC that comes his direction. It's his job, but yeah, it's just been very, very bizarre.
Even he's left isolated with this Neela, he's not going to be able to do anything. GX now pushing in. I think Rogue are aware, but I don't know what the window of opportunity is. It's certainly, you cannot let these inhibitors go down. A TP is coming in, but just to cover, potentially Marcoon trying to kick the fight up. Knockaback is there. Good initial damage onto Jackie's, but he has the stopwatch. Patrick now ready to fall, now ready to go in. Going to the backline, immediate Apotheosis trying to take down the rest of the team. Slowly but surely, the Nia starts to tear through. There is the ulti finally, double for Patrick. Larson completely isolated from the fight, and it is not with a bang, but with a whimper. The Rogue's hope will die in the spring split. This is a tragic game, beautifully played by GiantX, a quadra for Patrick. And they'll be happy to have the win, but this was no contest.
Rogue just never showed up. GiantX, slow, methodical. They find the picks, they find the team fights, and they find the Nexus. There's just no contest at all from Rogue.
And again, credit to GiantX. They got the win, they played better, they executed better. So they can breathe a sigh of relief. You know, when we look at the strength of Fnatic, it really has been Razor, Cumulate, and Jun, who I think have been the best performers thus far. Noah and Oscar not finding that same level of consistency yet, so curious to see how Oscar's going to fare, you know, in the 1v1.
And then the top side as well, you got a ton of push, so it kind of ends up in this weird position as BDS where maybe you can force the 1v1 here.
Good upfront damage from Cheo, gets full combo down, flash over from Razor. Cheo just fishing for this 1v1. Karmine not going to be able to get there in time. Wall breaker back. Sheo already flashed away, Razork already flashed away. Dashboard whip, that was clean as hell! With this kind of small window of opportunity where they had top pressure, and Sheo wandering in just a tiny bit too late. 10, 15.
Maybe Humanoid, then turn that into Dragon, but with no such luck, they just have to back away, and it feels like BDS just don't really have their chance to trade effect.
Dominance coming up from Adam, traded for the ulti of Oscar. The extended trade, Sheo now covering. Level 6 for Sheo, though. Oscar will be first to come in here. Sheo has to back off, knowing that Adam's not going to be able to get over that big wall. Jun here as well, so good heads-up play from Jun to reset and immediately walk top lane. Flash in from Adam, he's committed to the play. The Ignite now ticking, he's going to get one, he's going to dash out, and he's not going to live. It's the 1-for-1, but Fnatic already committed so many resources. That's the Shockwave mid, flash in, shattering strike. Wind becomes lightning one more time in the mid lane. Rumble without ulti is useless, and they'll seize 4-0 like Photon was. So Adam, again, trading. Knowing that his ultimate is up first, but Oscar overheating. Now starting to walk away. Adam knows this one well, but oh, the comment, the little extra damage, he just burns him! Already back in the mid lane.
Oh yeah, it's okay, he's pinged him there.
Yeah, but even if he does, he's gonna walk in? Gonna outsmite the Vi?
Oh, they're gonna pinch him. They're just gonna look for the dive?
Sheo on bot side. Oh, this is tough. Adam could just delete the wave, though. This should be a very hard dive to pull off. Equalizer goes down, Adam immediately gets down to it, but the pushback just barely gets him in. Clean on the Vault Breaker from Razork to ensure the Equalizer damage connects. Nuke now flashing in, though. He wants to get at least one punish back. Razork getting caught out on the edge of the Vault Breaker. That's the punish kill. Humanoid coming in top lane as the that TP from Humanoid is now. Adam's going to be set to clear out bottom side of the map.
More than likely.
Definitely have. I mean, we're just trading waves bottom lane. The vision was already established by BDS. Now they got to reap reward here. Once again, the counterplay topside trying to come through. Razork doesn't have ultimate. Vault Breaker is there, but just Adam flashing away. Knowing that they've already secured Dragon, that giving his life is the only way you 100% make this trade favorable. That said, Oscar has done so much damage to the tower over the last few plays, over the few dives, that he will finally knock that one down. So Gold still favoring Fnatic in the exchange, but the Drake will
TP if they really want to, but they should be able to use this to crash down a mid-turret. So again, kind of the early Rift out.
A bit of a struggle, but despite the fact that Fnatic do have a super fed Rumble, it hasn't really felt that way for a lot of the game, and BDS have done a really good job of trading relatively evenly.
Quarter fight, so that's why that ball is just sitting in the middle of that choke, daring Fnatic to take a step forward.
They might just take that dare. Noah has to be careful. Good bit of chunk damage on. Dragon already going to be gone. Pullback is clean, and instantly the jungler's gone. Fnatic now need to retreat. Noah getting picked up onto the side. Sheo now looking to follow up. This is a disaster. Noah and Jun behind enemy lines. Maybe the Jinx can find a reset. Maybe they can bring it back. Noah and Humanoid on the backside, but Sheo is not going to let that happen. Down goes Noah. Down goes the 80 carry of Fnatic. Oscar and Humanoid desperately trying to clean up, but it's just a 2v5. Ice, no business being that far forward, and Humanoid happy to punish him for it. Shutdown coming through for BDS, but again, Sheo just does not stop. This man playing like an absolute demon on the Zinzao. Humanoid forced to flash out to safety. That's 3.
Well, finally managed to put Sheo back at his cage, but Fnatic are nowhere to be seen. Decimation in the
putting down Razork. Oscar hesitating to even walk in. They don't have mid priority. They see 2 members now. They don't know that the Baron has been started. You can assume that they've guessed, but they haven't spotted the Crocodile in the bush. Adam waiting beautifully. Instantly onto the back line. Just looking to one-shot Noah. The Karma shielding. Is it going to be enough? Noah now trying to hold on to his life. On the chase now coming through from Adam. They bought enough space for Noah briefly, but Ice, full HP, ready to keep this fight going. Oscar goes golden, but he's about to get taken down. Beautifully played by BDS. They bait the trap, and Fnatic can't help themselves.
And trying to face check Labrov, trying to face check Sheo with a new goal through BDS could bring out. It was more in those first few weeks trying something new, trying something different. And I agree, that's what they should be trying to do. Is
Fnatic feels like one step, in the right direction. The only team to beat G2 in the regular season thus far this year. Adam isolated a little bit. Fnatic starting things off a bit better. That Orianna ball has to be respected. Vault Breaker getting charged up. Ice on the backside, getting caught out, but there's no immediate fall. They just sidestep Oscar Renan's ultimate. Now it's Razork in the backline, all on his lonesome as Noah just starts to free hit LeBron, but Fnatic have gotten the reset they needed. Razork has bought enough time. Ice wants to turn it back. Going over the wall to face down Humanoid. It's the Jinx versus the Zeri. Sheo, though, continuing to set up. Burning, ticking! Malignant's getting the job done. The inner fire. The mantra from Karma finishing it. BDS now on the retreat, knowing they just have to get out to safety. They got the soul. They got what
Sheo didn't, so what are you worried about here is BDS. They just played it super slow and let Fnatic use those resources.
Humanoid continuing to walk forward. Lockdown onto him. Stepping up way too far. The good news for Fnatic, they try to contest it. There is a 4th item for Noah. He has Lord Dominic's, but losing the Karma there. Terrible. I think Fnatic have to concede this one, but instead they're going to choose to fight. They feel like this is the time where they have to. Noah off to the side, still okay for now. Flashing for Adam, looking to lock up the target. Noah goes to the bush, briefly buys himself a moment, flashes out to safety. It's all eyes on Noah. No one else in this fight matters. The Jinx auto attacks the wave, dies to the Shockwave, and that is it. Ice cleaning up will burn, but he has the luxury item of the GA and BDS. Marching down mid will look to end it right here.
Jay will bunk down Oscar Ridden. He had a decent start to the game, but unable to try and transfer that across to a victory side where, when you look at the ultimates that are available for Fnatic, a lot of those are just ticking back up because they were used a bit earlier, whereas you can't get Baron and Dragon across.
They're not going to let him in. LeBron's going to do everything he can to keep Razork out. It's Adam. It's sped up very briefly. They're poking, they're chipping. They know they have to commit. Ball breaker over the wall. Razork now in the area. Wants to walk in, wants to get the smite. All of BDS turn on the jungler. They will not let that come through. Now the follow-up engage is there. Noah isolated on the backside. The shockwave is too damn clean. Discipline from BDS. They do not overextend. They do not hesitate. They pull the trigger. And it is summary execution for Fnatic in the pit. Humanoid holding on to hope, but it does not matter. He can kill one member. Sheo wants to go in and finish the job. Even LeBron will not draw the power of the dragon. More than enough. And BDS take a little bit extra time, but they're going to close this one out in style.
We always said it would be a moment when they could fall back to this strong team fight from BDS will live on. And Fnatic, unfortunately, bearing the scars of that as BDS will look to take down the Nexus turrets.
And again, I think we have to call it Sheo. So many players have made this win possible, but then kicked off with Sheo taking control, shutting Razork down early, taking control, making sure the top lane matchup wasn't unplayable, bringing it back in these team fights. And Fnatic never first on the setup, never first on the play, never first in the fight. Now losing out on this game as Razork desperately tries to buy time, but it's a win for BDS, one step closer to the top of the standings.
The first Rek'Sai top in LEC, the last one was in Major Region Summer of LPL 2015. Wow. Holy moly. We're going to find the details of that. That sounds like it's a tie thing. A quick note on that as well is that, you know, Irrelevant's been playing at top as well. BB we said in solo queue. Whitbo are in NA doing the same as Flash from Flash. Ignore the Rek'Sai because mid is just dead. And it's dead over to Caps. First blood to G2.
Yeah, so G2, they're like, right, chances are Isma's backed away from this bottom side of the map. We're going to go for the Dragon. Yike also has a level advantage there because Isma's been spending so much time to try and cover for a lot of what G2 are trying to do. So even though it's not technically working out with more kills going there.
Another one. That is Rek'Sai to a core. When you have the tunnel system set up, it's like going on the subway as Caps gets away, flashes away. Meanwhile, Sonic Wave, but a great stun. A beautiful one as Isma taints it up, but Tibbers comes out, and here's Yike. They've overdove in this. Niski doesn't get out in the end. It's a 1-for-1. They thought they were setting up that.
Just going wide. Yeah, I mean, that's the power of the Annie, right? You take the wrong spot, you're going to feel it immediately. X-Kick won't end up taking the business end of that damage from Hansam either. So have to be careful though, because again, Caps does have flash, Tibbers is up, and you could immediately try and look for a turnaround there, but they're happy to just continue to play through inside, secure that area. But as long as G2, like, you can, here you go, take top tower, you can end up sticking, I mean, just solo gets this bot lane turret.
Look at the damage is done. I think that's Irrelevant staying in lane with the Rek'Sai. Tunnel out once again, Broken Blade just charging back in. Gets it, Demolish helps out. Now that tunnel's recharged. See you later, but interrupted, never mind. Go for the next tunnel.
Another one.
The unburrow there, and Isma can't follow up. Now the chase continues. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. It just keeps working out so well, the BP. Oh, it's hilarious.
DOS forced to immediately exit out of topside. G2, they're still controlling this game, so they can maybe threaten onto it, but as long as members of SK have to group a mid, they're fine, but they're saying, screw that, Niski, we want you to try and get in behind, but Irrelevant.
Yeah, the fight might start early. I mean, Irrelevant, maybe not. Pop Blossom is a one-man quickness yet. Again, the Tangle Barb's there. Han Summer catches in, though. Look at the money! It flies into his pocket as G2 have already opened up in a big way, and BB is in Narnia again. This guy found a tunnel in, didn't pay the train fare, and now as he comes through, the Void Rush flies onto Exekick's face, but he's not taking damage! He's not taking any damage! Exekick says, get this guy off me! Get him off me, Dagda!
It feels so unfair. He just tunnels about, whacks you, and then tunnels out again. There's nothing you can do. His health bar just keeps on ticking up, and now G2, they're trying everything. Niski charms onto the clone. Mickey doesn't quite get Isma.
Oh.
I didn't quite catch at the start. Maybe Irrelevant got auto-attacked over with the blast cone. I wasn't sure if it was his own decision, but yeah, either way, it just feels a little bit unfortunate for the way SK wanted to play that fight.
Yeah, I mean, look, it feels unfortunate for the game state because Han Summer cashed in. I think I saw on my screen, it was like 12. Better target, right? Flash is available.
His bot Yike, though.
Ah, Yike being here. Maybe that's not pleasant. Charms went to where? Niski is at half HP. He's got Flash, Spirit Rush. Still here. Okay, Isma, show us what you got.
Give me the spy music.
This is like
the James Bond.
You know,
Yeah.
Tibbers out. Does it pay off? I'm still waiting for the question. The root doesn't. Sonic Wave doesn't. Isma, yeah, you have to at this point. Get stunned up. Quickness, Pop Blossom down though. Isma waited 2.5 minutes to die. Oh man, as Rek'Sai flies in, Broken Blade is kicked away but takes no damage. The Void Rat flies through and the rush is there on top of it. BB is unstoppable, unkillable. And I think at this point, G2 are undeniable, aren't they? One of the best teams in the LEC, if not absolutely. SK have had no options this game.
We got Rowan Atkinson in the building.
Man, again, for SK, as they run away from the Baron, that they never were really in for the first time.
But, yeah, it's just a little unfortunate.
And you can see Isma, like, the look on his face tells it all, doesn't it? Like, SK's option here in this game hasn't been the greatest, as now once G2 thrive in this Dragon side of the map, it's SK who are running for their lives once again, but they need something here. Onto BB, the all-out is going to come through, Irrelevant, maybe hoping for a better target in the end as G2 now channeling through the choke. Sonic Wave there, and you look at the backline, G2 a bit separated. That was Mickey in La La Land. It's still a trade, but for SK, that's not bad, as BB once again with the re-engage. Whirling Death gets another cash in, extra 600 gold behind Sama. And look at them fly forward. Broken Blade's under turret all of a sudden thanks to Irrelevant's ulti.
He's just
but he's
sitting there.
emoting. He is emoting. Now with Steric's Gage just doesn't die. Flash unburrow. And he brings it out. It's the first ever LEC top lane Rek'Sai, and Broken Blade is making it look hella broken.
Get ready, solo queue. Rek'Sai top is on the way, and
They're not ready.
G2, they've made it look clean. They've made it look so damn clean. Mountain Dragon going to be soloed out by Yike as he makes his way over, as the base torn asunder by G2.
We can compliment that again, but you guys get the message. Inhibitor
They're
goes.
sitting 3-3 in the standings, but another game up against Fnatic still to come. And then against Rogue as well, but here we go.
Broken Blade, level 16 Rek'Sai, still again unkillable. What's the word? Watch him kick away, disengage. SK breathing life into the fight as Irrelevant TP's in, but Broken Blade uses the Queen's Wrath into the backside. And because Steric's Gage is back up, still is not dying. Broken Blade is just, as you said, it's the best part of Tom Cruise.
And BB's breaking his Steric's Gage. He is off the charts here.
There you go.
But here we go, Niski. I'm sorry, bud. We salute you, mate. But there's no escaping this one.
The flash and about to be two shots. Stand aside, perfect. Another catch in. I mean, Han Summon.
Really get into a position where he's able to follow up. Isma could maybe look for some sort of hero kick, but you've even got the CC chain on Caps there. Or at least the CC available on Caps. You'd just be able to sort him out. So it's SK. Here
he comes.
They're going to take it slow.
That's
They're going to
Broken Blade flying in. Run away. She means business. 3 items and a double knock-up. How good does it feel? Broken Blade again tagging as Irrelevant gets stunned up and stuck in the middle, and even with a nice pushback, won't get to go unstoppable again. Han Summon cleans that up as 5 members of G2 run into the base at 27, almost 28 minutes. And this Queen, with all her fury, sets up the engage, jumps on in, another good unburrow, but the damage continues being meaningless. Broken Blade runs on in, and this time the Void Rush will be punished, but it's under the fountain. As G2 are playing with their food, they really have all game long. Broken Blade's already out. He doesn't care. He's off his computer before the Nexus falls. He's given the ref. Played of the split so far is there, or it could be Dagda's. Never mind. Baits in the hobbers. You just want to see something else, but Aatrox instead, Dagda. And I guess we've got some pretty strong moves finding the back end. Elyoya's been patient here, though. I'm not sure what the ward coverage is like, but Tyro has walked out once again. Counter-Strike flash. Amazing gank. Holy moly, Elyoya with the 5-head opener. Towards Fresco in the mid lane without flash, without ulti.
It's so hard, though. You kind of need to get this. So, oh, there it is.
Flash away all the charm.
Nicely done.
Oh, both junglers right now. I think he's just jumped over as well. The scuttle disappeared anyway, but still, they're not going to know that he walked towards Grubs, although, again, suspicion should be there as Blackett goes for a bit of an all-in here, but they're not finding much more until Trimby decides to re-engage onto Super. The Ignite's down. He's got his summoners there, but they leave it so long as the double root flies through. It's great from the MDK bottom lane, but Jankos is here. Alvaro overcommits onto Trimby. He's trying. He's got nowhere else to go, and Jankos takes the kill. Trimby survives, and that is a bit of a whoopsie from the Love Poets then. I hope that was the time of Shakespeare. I'm not sure. I'm not
very glad I'm not
very
right
well
now.
educated. Got still hovers.
Mirwin has roam as well. He's pushed in top, and he's actually getting in behind Heretics here. I don't think this is the fight for Heretics.
I mean, look, Team Heretics have already burnt the TP. It's one in response, as you said. That's Alvaro now finally coming through. Mirwin spotted out, but the Stormbringer out is disengaged. The Bomber flashed away from, but still in the middle is Flacket. He's there, he out. How? Terrain is his friend. He's lucky to get out of there, as MDK could have just wiped him with that.
The Terrain is his friend, but Spyro's his guardian angel. The shockwave hitting onto everyone buys just enough time for Flacket to get out of that one, but Madline's Koi, they still get the objective. The fact that they don't get anyone onto Heretics is a bloody miracle.
I mean, a saving grace after getting...
Finishes off his bot side. He's not really in a position to go for more. Wonder very low underneath his tower on the top side.
That's solo kill, isn't it? Barrel roll flushed away from Wonder, lucky to be alive. And now, look at this guy running after Wonder. The Aatrox, again, I'll say the same thing.
Just be happy to get bot tower instead. But yeah, the quicker reset timers here, you can see it basically coming out across the board.
With Herald or no Herald, might turn into a dive. Teleport going to be burned. Elyoya's flying on up here. Herald hasn't been charged yet as Mirwin has taken some damage. There's the quickness. Engage as well. Shockwave brings them back on in. That's good from Zyro, but as the explosive cast sends them outwards, they're disjointed again. Alvaro took up that damage as Flacket now flies on in. But Frescowy has a spirit to rush. Jankos has flown in on the side and is waiting for the overcommitment as Team Heretics can get rooted up. Still going in for the fight. Elyoya finds Jankos finally. Sky Splitter gives some shielding, but Elyoya's damage is not to be trifled with. The some healing comes through, but Dredgeline in the main fight re-engages as Jack's jumping in. Elyoya thought he could. He thought he was the boy that could, but he's not him. And Team Heretics punish hard. Now with the jungler dead, Frescowy flies through. You make one in tempo with the Herald.
Mirwin's behind the tower though, and there's no vision. Wonder's going to end up spotting him out in a second. So Mirwin, this could come back to bite him as well. He needs to try and disappear from there. But MDK might want to...
Mirwin on a flank again.
Spotted on the ward. Frescowy trying to move forward. They spot Spyro. Mirwin.
Edge line.
What can you get?
Wonder is just going front to back. Look, MDK is separated for the time being. Frescowy and Mirwin are over the wall.
I mean, that choke point could be deadly. There's the engage.
Yeah, but is it going to follow through? Again, we wait. Trimby is the target. The piercing darkness flies through. Wonder is already in the world ender. Team Heretics have taken the health bar. Traders Dragon still sits there, but Jankos is sick of waiting. Flacket runs in for the ulti, gets the killer. Shockwave. It's only one man in the end. Frescowy had to dip, but now he's left his big brother all alone. Team Heretics get the Dragon as well, and MDK are running for their...
Those flanks from Madline's Koi, it's just going to be so hard to get onto him.
I mean, again, it's funny that, you know, the one Spanish player in Team Heretics is stepping up against the almost full Spanish team of Mad Koi.
And I mean, it could be Heretics that are preventing their Spanish brethren from moving on, right?
Yes.
Because when you look...
It feels like Trimby might be caught out here, Counter-Strike. But is it the other way around? Elyoya, there's no damage following through. Wonder's now shown up. Profane Hydra on this Aatrox with flash available. Makes short work of him. He flashes, but it's to his death as Wonder shows him what's up. It's world end of time, but Trimby keeps taking the damage, which he doesn't care about. There's not enough of it to go around anyway as Mirwin is stuck again. And Team Heretics...
Right now, it is making them slump down the standings, and Heretics want to keep that pressure there.
They're going to try this 4v3 because remember, Trimby went back to base, but just nuked out of this world too, but don't know what hit him. Wonder takes yet another kill as the Aatrox is ready for another, and Alvaro flashes away because he knows 5 members in front of the Baron, a charm to do nothing. And Team Heretics, and even though this team still shows that same great aggression, the opportunities that Team Heretics have found in this game shows you there's a lot of planning and preparation towards it. They can talk about that on the AD after this. I'm more curious about how this one rolls out because it's a 6K goaling away at this bottom side turret. That's going to be the first inner of the game dropping down. And a very wide open ball is happening, doesn't it? I mean, Wonder is a 2.5 item Aatrox. Mirwin can't fight up in the 1v1 anymore. And the Baron comes through. Turret still goes down. Team Heretics dotting, crossing the T's, putting the weird dots over the U's here that I still can't pronounce. They're doing everything they need to, is to find Wonder with a pick. There it is, World Ender. But it is simply an ultimate.
But it doesn't really matter. I mean, 2.5 minutes until Dragon setup and Baron setup. Like, that, it's going to more than be back up in time. So Heretics instead looking to play it slow. This may not be where Heretics want to fight, though.
Maybe it's somewhere Mad want to fight, because 3 members are here. Elyoya's looking for a flank, but he can't come in before Mirwin gets destroyed. Flacket with another kill, and Trimby now shows... Flacket just solos out the Dragon, moves to Soul Point. And again, it's a question if we're even going to get there at this point, as Team Heretics walking towards the Baron. MDK might just try and put this game into a flip. I mean, at this point, you're losing out slowly. What else can you do?
Frescati going to try and TP in to get into a flank position, but Heretics, they're just going to come in from empty things, and Madeline's coin now. They have to take a front to back, and they're so far behind.
A shockwave in this area, and look at the Baron as well. I mean, it would be huge. Frescowi's going to try something, as you said. Maybe onto Trimby is at 6k. They're trying. Mirwin is zoning off for the time being, but here's the engage. Onto Trimby, onto Alvaro, backline's good. Frescowi comes on in. The Spirit Rush is great, but Trimby just says no. Flacket hasn't been hit as the flash comes away, and I wasn't even looking at Big Bad Wonder in the top side. Taking his own charge there with Jankos. There's a reason we're in Germany. There's a reason we're seeing this man pop off too. It is Wunderbar from the top side of Team Heretics, and the whole map with a 16-1 kill score. This is domination.
The TP into the mid lane. Heretics have the wave. They have the game in their eyes, and they want to shut down Madeline's Koi once more.
G2 made it. Fnatic made it. And everyone's looking at who is following behind in charge. Who's going to be next to move to 5 wins? We thought Mad might upset on the day, but once we got out of that early game in that one big fight, Team Heretics said shut the front door, it doesn't matter anymore. And Team Heretics will be your third team locked in spring playoffs from the LEC.
A phenomenal
Lunch level 1 with the Halo Blades. We saw in the LPL, like, Camille's late invading, splitting the map because of the raw power she has with the E. So maybe we'll see a lot of volatility there. But really, I guess it's Vitality that comes
from the Grand Blue was also taken. So definitely Bo going to be on the back foot here as the entirety of Vitality just setting up for this invade.
They see him on a ward, hook shot, wall shot. This time it does connect. Adaptive defenses means it's hard to kill him. Hilly ignites him, flashes! Oh, he solo kills that jungler. What a baller. Hilly ain't so silly. When he picks up first blood, his cards, he gets a gold card, and in the bottom side, it's another kill.
Going to take Void Grubs. We'll give Dragon control over the Bo, I imagine, on the back of this, unless he wants to try and go for a play on bot side. He gives space here.
Targamas stays under turret, trying to clear out the wave. I mean, Upset reads the room. Passive comes through. Magnetstorm, but Douglas is tanky enough. He's got flash too. Turret shot comes in though. He's burning down, and it will be a trade. But the kill goes out.
You're going to be really in the thick of things, and there's a lot of AoE damage that will just get you hit in the middle of this fight.
And again, when you see things translate from solo queue to pro play, a lot of the time the builds also do change in some regard as well, as Meganar is achieved by Cabo Shard against the wall. Photon might find himself, but the connection's not there. A bit of a whoopsie from Cabo, but he's got Bo to cover him. Not doing well right now, probably because you're not there.
True. I haven't said orangey enough, you know.
Yeah. Have you had your vitamin C today? Is still saying takes the turret. This is bot side first turret block.
How I want to see them push forward here is Douglas going to find Bo.
There's a crash down coming through. Bo took that Sonic Wave back in. Targamas is here, but Kazi's now joined in. Wait for the gold card as Stretchline hits the wall instead. Targamas goes golden as the teleport as well. Hilly tries to predict, but Seiken Spirit Rush over the wall. But now he's just jumped into a shockwave and ulti for the Hextech Automatum, not doing too much. And KC are pulling apart the pieces. Video comes in and changes the fight though as Bo jumps over the wall. The shockwave finally comes through. I was baited before, as Bo was too. Seiken with the last Spirit Rush gets over the wall, but it's a 2 for 2. Seiken running for his life. Video giving movement speed to Photon. And Vitality
re-spread out as they start to go in towards that, but upset, trying to see if we can find Kazi.
He's got flash available too. Kazi has nothing except the gold card, runs into it, and will he die? Yes, he will.
KazaLoLLCShighlights joining with the rest of the team. But the problem is they just don't have the vision control. A lot of what Vitality are going to try and do with this composition is, hey, Karzi, Hilly, let's try and collapse Karzi and Hilly. That single point of contention is very easy.
Destiny sees Targamas, Bo jumps on in. There's a Hextech Automatum. I think that was a shockwave used. No, it wasn't. Excuse me. It's a bait in the Magnetstorm. They've already found Bo, though, and KC start this fight off at a disadvantage. Good route onto Hylissane, but rest of Vitality are flying through. And as you mentioned, Photon has appeared. Targa runs out, if only just to save his own life. As Photon
easily jump onto Bo. Easily find the pick. Easily find the Rift Herald, and may even turn this onto Seiken, who gets the charm.
Foxfire comes out as well. Hilly close to dying, but Seiken run out. And we were also struggling to see a front-to-back, a team fight put together by this team. Here in this game, not giving the opportunity as the Magnetstorm comes out and Dredgeline away, but follows Hilly as the TP comes through. Maybe Vitality gone too far forward, but with a double Shattering Strike, it's only Douglas for the time being, but the charm means everything. Opening up as Cabo flashes in, gets the route back, and I may have cursed him in a good way. You are KC fans. I'm here all game.
But is Hilly going to be around for much longer? Seiken gets the charm!
Oh, he predicts it as well. Seiken nicely done. The Hextech ultimatum flies through, but as Hilly flashes away, Cavo has the range. And
coming into position to try and defend it, but I think that tower's gone.
It is gone, so more gold back in the pocket of Vitality, but at least around it. And you can see Upset now looking to match, but he can't do too much. Herald gets the charge. Vitality with another turret.
They want to try and catch Bo.
What can they do? A crucial moment for KC here. They don't want to fall down with the rest of the 2 and 5s, and Vitality got playoffs to make. Sonic Wave, not stolen. Bo, a noble attempt to kick flash as his way out as Photon goes over the wall, but meanwhile Target tries to get the rest of the fight. The depth charge there. Hilly about to die, but with his dying breath, an ultimatum flies through, a shockwave follows through, and Vitality on the edge of everything still take on KC with open arms. Bo running for his life, but Kazi, the camera flicks back. Another
kicks off Seiken on the top side of the fight as the rest of Vitality are running amok on Karmine Corp. Now mid down, top to follow. Vitality taking control once again.
Their tools, Dagda. Their tools are just so fun to watch. The engage, the buttons to go in. It's been such a fun draft to watch play out from Vitality's angle. And it's kind of taken KC by shock in the early game with not only this bottom side, but jungle not being able to find anything. There are a lot of issues there.
TP. This is it. This is the hero play. Karmine Corp are trying to find their moment, but kind of goes to nothing. Looked like they were going to try and collapse onto the mid lane turrets.
But the edge of Night Purchase as well on Photon makes things even harder. Hilly now returns to mid as you can see slowly pushing away. There it is. The engage comes in. Hextech ultimatum flies in. Vitality. This draft, again, how ballsy it was for their playoff game. As now moving to the top side, one inhibitor already down. KC need to find a moment to fight. Maybe this is not it. They're not getting the engage they want. They're not getting the opportunity. Destiny used, Kazi in position with a gold card, and KC are like, maybe the last stand has to be in front of the Nexus turrets because now the base is completely
Seiken gone to clear the double super creeps, but he's not going to be able to do so. So Vitality playing this one by the book, slow and steady, take down the last inhibitor turret and the last inhibitor, and now the minions are still streaming in, and KC, they're kind of just left trying to hold the fort while Vitality got to go and slay a dragon.
I like again that they've had such aggression in this game, but they're trying to play the dragon, but Tarquin's probably thinks that peekaboo! Oh, he's not going anywhere. Photon picks it up, and now 5 versus 4. Those minion waves are going to be even more impactful. As KC probably thought, oh, they're setting up for dragon. Tarquin's felt safe, but that was a lie.
And that's your main engage tool down. Cabo in Mininar, not going to be able to try and set this one up. He needs to try and stack it. Seiken tries to go.
He tries.
Video goes gold.
It's finally with the Seeker's Arm Guard used out. Video comes out and he's quite all right. Seiken with 2 Spirit Rushes available. The waves crashing in. Charm does connect, but it's onto Douglas. And they have to make their stand here. Gold card sets up. Turret's getting hit down. Bo stands, but to his own ground. He won't do too much as Photon is firing away. I've seen many Aatroxes today, and Photon and Wonder are hitting peak. He's in the front line taking damage himself, but still refuses to die. As Vitality sit in front of the Nexus, hit away, say we are Viva la France, and we are going to playoffs in spring.